where the Onjo was passive, too emotional, and didn't really offer much to the group, especially when it came to a physical aspect with the zombies or the walkers or whatever you want to call these brain dead, flesh hungry freaks. And Park Ji-hoo came out and agreed with this. She said in a quote, Onjo is a teenager and she's emotional, so if she loses her friends, she may have had that kind of reaction, unquote. She also came out to say, I wish Onjo could have been braver because she would have been able to fight the zombies head on. And basically she just said that, yeah, her character was emotional, however, she could understand it because, like I said, she's a teenage girl watching her friends die, watching zombies run around eating people. You can kind of understand how that would have an effect on a teenager. And she says that she would have liked to have seen her character be a bit more braver so that she could have had more combat and she could have helped her friends fight off the zombies. Now, I completely agree with that. Now, if you look at her role, in terms of her standing up, in terms of her being a fighter, in terms of her helping the group from a physical standpoint, it didn't really happen. Most of the series, she was like a damsel in distress. She was just there in the background to be saved. Now, we could criticise her, we could ridicule her for that, but really, if you're being honest, she wasn't any more useless than the rest of the girls from that class. And that is the complete honest truth. The only girl that really did anything to help was Namra. But honestly, how much of that was due to Namra already being bitten? Without that, would Namra have played such a big part? Would she have been so eager to put herself on the line? We do not know that. But yeah, I mean, the females in this show weren't exactly standing up, they weren't exactly holding their own and contributing to the group. Apart from, like, the seniors, you did have Harry, who, the bow and arrow chick, who, did her fair share of zombie killing. She did help out. But yeah, in terms of Ojo, like I said, I don't think she was any more useless than the rest of the females in the group. However, maybe that you could argue with her being the main character, with her having a lot of screen time, and with her just being one of the main focuses of the show, maybe you expected her to offer more in those situations than a background character. So I can understand, obviously, why, to me, it wouldn't make sense if we had a bunch of teenage girls running around, fighting zombies and not being afraid. That wouldn't make for good television, because that would be fake, that wouldn't be real. It would be fake and very unrealistic. However, spoiler alert, as you know, if you've watched the series, if you haven't, then what are you waiting for? Get on Netflix, get it binge watched now, because it's a great series. But she does fall in love with her childhood friend, or at least her childhood friend, Chan-san, declares his love for Onjo, and we are led to believe that this is going somewhere. He comforts her through the death of her father. But in episode 11, when he comes under attack, which ultimately leads to his death, again, Onjo doesn't do anything but stand in the background and watch her lover, boyfriend, whatever you want to call them, essentially just watch him get bitten and then allows him to sacrifice himself for the good of the group. Now, Chan-sang sacrificed himself countless times on this show. Eventually, it did lead to his death, but he was brave, he was selfless, he put his body on the line, he put his life on the line. Same goes for Bear-su, the other strong male character in this show, but we never seen that from Onjo. We never really seen her do anything that, to really protect the group, to help the group, or risking her own life. So again, I can see the frustrations, I can understand the criticism, but I would say, as a teenage girl, what do you expect at the end of the day? But the fact that she's a main character, do we maybe hold her in a different light to the other females in her class? Do we expect more from a main character? And even Onjo, Park Ji-hoo, says herself, she wishes her character was a bit more braver so that she could have fought the zombies and that she could have helped her friends. So, I mean, I kind of agree. I wouldn't say Onjo's a nuisance character, though. I mean, she's not my favourite by any means, but she's definitely not the worst character on the show. She's definitely not in the top hated list. I mean, I would say she's more likeable than unlikable. but just the fact that several times, several occasions, she could have done more to help. She definitely could have done more to help, and I think the actress has came out and addressed that. So guys, let us know down below, do you agree with the hate? Do you agree with the criticism that she's getting? I mean, personally I don't, but I do wish the character was a little bit stronger, and I think the actress says that as well. She basically confirms that she can understand why Onjo was so emotional, and she can understand her being passive and the way she reacted to the zombie outbreak and her friends dying, but she wishes that Onjo could have just been a bit more braver. That's it, guys. Let us know what you think down below. Let us know in the comments. Share this video. Subscribe if you haven't. Get this show watched if you haven't. All of Us Are Dead. Great zombie show. Better than The Walking Dead. 100%. Get this show watched. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Peace.